David, a successful 35-year-old lawyer, was enjoying a quiet afternoon in the garden with his 70-year-old father, Thomas. The sun was warm, the birds were chirping, and everything felt peaceful. As David worked on his laptop, his father, whose memory was beginning to fade, watched the world around them. Suddenly, a small sparrow landed on a nearby bush. Thomas pointed a gentle, slightly trembling finger and asked softly, "What is that, son?" David glanced up from his screen. "It's a sparrow, Dad," he said, then went back to his work. A few minutes passed. The sparrow hopped a little closer. Thomas, still fascinated, asked again, "What is that?" David sighed, a hint of impatience in his voice. "I just told you, Dad. It's a sparrow." The little bird then flew down to the grass right in front of them, pecking at the ground. For a third time, in the same quiet, curious tone, Thomas asked, "What is that?" That was it for David. He snapped his laptop shut with a loud clap. "Why do you keep asking me that? I've told you 3 times now. It's a sparrow. Can't you hear me? Are you not listening?" His voice was sharp and loud in the quiet garden. Thomas didn't respond to the outburst. He just looked at his son with sad eyes. He stood up slowly, his joints aching, and shuffled back into the house. A moment later, he returned, carrying a very old, dusty diary. He carefully opened it, his fingers tracing the worn-out pages until he found a specific entry from 30 years ago. He handed the diary to David and asked him to read it aloud. Confused and still a bit annoyed, David took the book and began to read the faded ink. "Today, I sat in the park with my 3-year-old son, David. A sparrow landed near our bench, and my little boy asked me what it was 21 times. Every single time he asked, I hugged him, laughed, and told him, 'It's a sparrow, my love.' I didn't feel annoyed for a single second. I just felt an overwhelming wave of love for my curious little boy." The words hung in the air. The garden fell completely silent, except for the chirping of that same sparrow. David looked up from the diary to his father's wrinkled hands, then to the gentle, forgiving smile on his face. Tears welled up in David's eyes and began to stream down his cheeks. The realization hit him like a physical blow. His father had given him endless patience when he was small and needed it most, yet he couldn't offer his father a fraction of that same patience now that their roles were reversed. He dropped the diary, leaned over, and wrapped his arms around his father, hugging him tightly. "I'm so sorry, Dad," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. "I am so sorry." This story is a powerful reminder to treat our parents with the same love, patience, and kindness they gave us. They are our greatest treasure. Thank you for watching.